Hello and welcome back to the journey. I'm your host Hans, and today I'm going to be talking about the ability of creation and how a lot of things are based up to our own perception. And I'm going to do that using math. One of the most, one of the most considered, or what is considered to be the most factual, undeniable proof of something. And I'm going to use it to prove that our perception of things is purely how we perceive them. There's no other way to put it. Using that considered very factual method. All right, let's pull up paint. Let's get going. Need my headset. Just need my stylus and artist glove. All right. So here we have paint. And to start, I would like to invite us to look at numbers as symbols, right? So we're going to write down the famous equation 2 plus 2 equals 4, right? So these numbers are going to be like symbols, kind of like if that were to symbolize something, right? Kind of looks like fire, or maybe like a demon if I put a face here, right? Or put the eyes here with a face across like that. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. We're going to imagine that these numbers are just symbols, because when we see this symbol, we equate it to this value, which this is also a symbol. However, we're going to go over that small little detail and say that these two tally marks, which are also symbols, are things to define value. So this number 2, as the symbol, has the value of this. And same with this. And when we take this value and add it with this value, we get this value. Right? Now, I'm going to use the number 5 because it kind of looks like a 2 upside down or misconstrued in some way, right? And see, if we take this value and we're still considering numbers to be symbols, right? So this 5, right? What we consider to equal this, this is now just a symbol equal to whatever we put here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this value and we're going to plug it in like this. So it no longer equals this. So that's what we're doing in this equation. So if this 5, the symbol of 5, is equal to the value of what we call 2, then in this sense, when we see 5 plus 5 equals 4, it is a true statement because we have attuned this symbol of 5 to the value of 2. And furthermore, what we can then do is take this symbol, which all of us know to be equated to the value of 5, so this, which we have crossed out, and we can now call this symbol 2. So not only does this equal this value, it also equals the word of 2. So now this becomes irrelevant, and now this becomes the factual statement if we were to change a perception like that. Now I'm just one person. It would take a large collective of people to make this change from this to this. And the power of the collective is very strong, as we have seen a few times throughout history. Though I'm not going to list any major ones, I'm going to list quite a simple, however very powerful example, and that would be just delete, whoops. Whoop. There we go. That would be the GameStop stock. I'll call it incident. Now, this happened, I want to say, a couple of years ago. And basically, what happened, to my recollection, I was there, but I was not involved in it. However, to my knowledge, and I can pull some things up to double check myself, is the GameStop, I think, was going out of business or something like that. So the stock value of GameStop was very low. It was low stock value because it was going out of business. Then, because of emotional value or sentiment or something, we as a society banded together to not have GameStop go out of business, if I'm remembering that correctly. That sounds vaguely right. I feel like I'm missing a few details. However, we as a collective banded together. So we'll write collective, banded together. And then when we did that, we were able to raise the stock of GameStop to a high stock. I think it got up to like $150. If I'm not mistaken, it was very low. It was like $20 or less per stock value before this entire thing happened. Before this scenario happened, the stock value was like right at here, like $20 or less. Right? Less than or equal to $20. I should have written that the other way because of how math works. But anyway. Yeah. Going back to the original example that is now deleted. As a collective, we have quite a lot of power. And I'm not saying what we should or what we shouldn't do. However, I feel like it gets brushed over. And I don't think it should be, because we have the ability not only within ourselves to create and shape whatever world we want, right? Here, gonna do it again. Right, oops. You know what, but let's do it backwards. Why not? Why not? I don't know if this works. Yeah, not with my stylus. So, there we go. So not only internally can we create a better perception of the world, right? Not only can we go internally to like thoughts, right? Our feelings, and feel them and think them, and then, question why we feel a certain way or why we think a certain way or why certain thoughts are coming up, and get to the bottom of it and change not only our personal world, though if we all do that, or if we try to help each other through such a process and come to a collective decision of how we want the world to look, then we can create that world whatever that world would look like. Because that is the power of each of us, and then the power of each of us combined is very powerful. And that's about all I have to say. The only other things I'd have to say are examples throughout time, like the LGBT movement, the civil rights movement, and other movements like that. Those are the most recent ones that quickly come to mind. And even then, the civil rights movement was about 60 years ago. So that's even getting a bit old itself. However, those are two very prominent examples that I think show the power that we have as a community, as a collective of people to forge the world that we want to create. And that's about all I have to say. So I'll end it here with I love you all. I hope you all have a wonderful time. And I hope to see you again real soon. Bye bye.